10 days of discomfort. And finally, something started to shift. You know, have you ever started a new diet, and the first couple of days, maybe the first week, it's so hard. And then after a while, your body just kind of gives into it. It lets go. There's this acceptance that happens. That happened to me 10 days in. And I don't know if it was because the mosquitoes were biting every inch of me. I don't know if it was the incessant heat, maybe the dehydration, or maybe it was, this is probably TMI, but I'm going to tell you anyways, these nearly invisible bugs that if they got on your feet, they would crawl up your legs, burrow into the most uncomfortable areas, and itch like you would not believe. I don't know if it was any of that, but I found myself starting to kind of get angry at nature. The bugs weren't respecting my personal space. There were these ants. I kid you not, I've never seen ants like this in my entire life. There was a line of ants going through my hut for 3 days. I don't know if it was the same line that was just doing laps, or maybe it's the longest line of ants known to man. Either way, wouldn't stop, started to annoy me. Even the birds got too loud. You probably heard that video, you're like, oh, that sounds pretty. It was driving me nuts. I just couldn't take it anymore. And then I finally let go. Something in me snapped or broke or gave in to this higher purpose. And you want to know what happens? It's something that I never would have believed could happen to me, especially not in the middle of the Peruvian Amazon. 3 things happened. I grieved the loss of that company. I grieved the loss of the life that I thought I was supposed to have. And I grieved the person that I thought I was supposed to be. I grieved all of it. And in letting go of this pain that I had carried with me kind of unknowingly for years, it connected me to this greater purpose that came from within. It reminded me not just why am I in the jungle, but it reminded me why I'm here on this planet. It connected me for my purpose for being. Now don't worry. You don't have to go into the middle of the Amazon to connect with a greater purpose yourself. But what you do need to do is give yourself permission to trust in that higher purpose and let go. And you do that by asking yourself some really hard questions that you know you need to ask yourself, but you haven't yet confronted. You confront some of those really uncomfortable emotions that maybe you've been carrying for years, in some cases decades. And you listen for what comes back. You wrestle with what comes back. And you find what in there you can ultimately trust. You know what I get a kick out of lately? I could probably get on a soapbox about this for a long time, but I'll give you the short version. Have you seen these quizzes online, like Find Your Why, Find Your Purpose, 10 questions to find your why? You're going to find the purpose of your life in 10 questions? Give me a break. It doesn't work that way. Purpose isn't in our head, it's in our heart. And by the way, we don't have to find it. It has always been with us. When we get the things out of the way that are in the way of that purpose, that trust in greater purpose is already there. We just have to let go. And I know some of you are entrepreneurs in here, so I'll tell you this as well. If that intrinsic human purpose is not the mission of your company, you don't have a mission. You have a tactic. It's the people and companies that have purpose in their heart and in their soul that continue to take steps forward no matter what they're facing. Everybody else will be stopped.